Hello everyone! We are here today in what is whatever I decided to name this. So something with 90s, grunge, day, wearable, whatever. This look kind of came to me when I was doing my makeup a few days ago for work. I had done this look and it was this lip that I had worn that I was like, oh, this reminds me of like 90s grunge model. But not that grungy because I had just put the lip on. I didn't have eyes done. When I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this looks like it would look great with a very small amount of like grunge on the eyes. As I go through this look, then you'll see that I added the grunge to the eyes and I almost wish I hadn't. I really think I liked this look better when I didn't do the eyes. So this is just kind of like a different grunge look. I actually still like it. It looks like a wearable day smoky eye, which is what I just filmed recently, but a little bit grungier. But again, this is kind of like a super easy, I don't know, it's kind of a fun look. I love grunge colors. It's summer. I love fall. I love summer though too. So this is not me proclaiming I'm ready for fall, but I was ready for like a little bit of grunge. I have a fall look that I want to film. I just haven't been there yet because it's not fall yet. My wedding is in 43 days. That's fall. It's the day that fall starts. It's literally my wedding. I tried to combine summer and fall, my two favorite times. But again, this look is still fun. I thought it was very 90s in the sense that it's like a fresh face, not really crazy sculpted brows, a like nude lip color that was a little grungy. I'm just gonna keep saying a little grungy. Maybe that's what this is called, a little grungy. I hope you enjoy this look, whatever you may decide to call it, and you're having a great day, week, month, wherever you are. Please comment, please link, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, and please keep watching. Tune into the circus. All right, I'll stop and you can tune into the rest. All right. The only thing I have going on right now is I put some moisturizer on. For this look, we are like going straight into the face. We're gonna do the eyes like later. I had a moment of like not sureness, but we're doing them later. We'll see how that turns out. I'm about to be the most like bougie with primers, not in the sense they cost a lot, just because I'm gonna go to the lot. So I'm taking my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Holy Grail primer. This is my favorite primer and best primer I found so far for definitely keeping my makeup on. Then I'm going to take a pinch of the No Problem primer. I like to just focus this, then I'm running out if you can't tell. What? Shit sticks. So I like to take this primer and I just press it into the areas. I do have pretty large pores. And this primer doesn't really help me with like keeping my makeup on or smoothing my skin or anything like that, but it's very good at pore filling. And I really do press this into the skin. Press up. When I got a facial done like a little while ago and I said I wasn't impressed, but something she did say, which is interesting, when you exfoliate down to get rid of the dead skin, and when you put makeup in and like press product in, press up to fill it. I have no idea if that's true, but I found myself doing it. Then next I am taking my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, and I'm going to put this on my face even though we are going in with matte. I'm a matte gal because I sweat like no tomorrow. I like sometimes adding this for a little light reflection underneath, giving a little warmth, giving a little like glow. I'm still not sure. Sometimes I put on my matte foundation and it's like, it just covers it. I don't know, I'd like to think it does something. I want to get the Physicians Formula primer that people say is like the Backlight Becca. I feel like until I'm out of this, I've had this for a while. Until I use all of this up, I shouldn't get something like that because when I see people put it on, it looks a lot like this in terms of like, you can see I'm very reflective, like very reflective. And I think it does that. So until I'm done with this, and I bought this like a while ago, This is, in all honesty, yeah, probably the most expired, but I keep using it because there's a whole lot of product in this. If you hear the dog barking too, it's because I put him in his pen downstairs and he doesn't like that I'm up here without him. He's a puppy. If I put him in here, he like gets into things in this room that he really can't or should not be chewing on. Next, for foundation, if I was gonna do this look how I had originally done it or just intended, I would just go in with the number 7. I always try to combine words. The number 7 Airbrush Away foundation. This is in shade Honey. I love this foundation. I have raved about this for the last year. I am going to like a cookout later, and I'm gonna be outside and it's humid in Pittsburgh, and I need like a little bit more sweatpant proof. So normally I would go in with this. It's beautiful, medium coverage. It is like long lasting, but I would sweat this off. I just know me. So I'm gonna take some of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in shade 105. So then I'm going to take the number 7 Airbrush Away. I love this foundation. I'm always concerned about my neck. Am I the only one? So I do like the Instagram, except not as serious. It has a much more neutral / cool undertone, which is good because I think the L'Oreal one is a little warmer. I prefer neutral tones / like I guess more often cool tones for like everything else on my face but my eyes. For concealer, I'm taking the Liquid Camouflage by Catrice. I always will say the name before I say the brand. I don't know if that's what catches my eyes. This is in light beige. I adore this concealer. Now, concealing in the 90s, I don't feel like was a huge thing. It's not like I'm really trying to follow a 90s guideline. It's actually when I did this makeup recently, I got a very like 90s supermodel bitten lip vibe. Very natural as I pile the world on. Like 90s, like kind of grunge look, like a light day grunge, since that might be a theme. And I really liked it. I was going to work and just happened to be the products I grabbed. That's what it looked like. And I was like, oh, I like this. So for powder, I'm gonna take my Coty Airspun. I am going to take it on the Baby Real Techniques, and I'm going to press that under the eye. And then when I go to do like the other sides of the rest of my face, I guess, I will just take that flat end. You could, I've been stippling powder on, which I kind of like, but sometimes I don't like to be too bougie with the amount of like things I use for your sake. Because if you did for some reason want to do this, repeat it, I don't want you to have to think you need a bunch of stuff. Sometimes I just grab stuff because I have it. So I'm going to take the NYX HD Finishing Powder, and this is in Banana. I love this powder. I don't want to brighten my eyes. Well, maybe a little bit. I just like the effect sometimes, especially when I'm tan, that the banana powder gives, plus something else I feel like in the 90s were definitely airbrush skin, but I don't know, people were a lot less tired in the 90s because no one seemed to have under eye bags. Next, I'm going to take the ABH, and I'm going to take the Brow Definer. Funny story, I was putting this in a pile of things that I was going to give away because I hadn't used it in a really long time and didn't really like it, or I found I would use the pencil more. But when I put stuff in a pile to like give away or see if any of my family members or friends want it, I will like go through and use some of the products and just like make sure that I didn't just like, I don't know, go through a phase of not using it. And for this look, I found I really like this because I can't be as precise. There weren't precise brows in the 90s. I do feel like brows were there though. They were kind of like bold, like they were just dark in there. That's how I imagine it. Some people didn't have them, but then people had them. So I found that I liked this to just give some shape to my brows and fill them in a little bit. So brows are on. Instead of like more, I feel as though I usually go with a very much more angled edge, kind of round them out. This one will always look more like intense to me because this just needs filled in and this needs like sculpted more, and then it gets a little crazy. So next up is the eyes. The Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach Palette. I'm going to go in with this transition shade. And I'm going to go on, take a Morphe E18. I'm actually going to do the bottom of my eyes first. We're just going to do that first. So grungy, right? Not messy, accentuated eye bags. Think of that. So I am going to very messily plot this down. And I'm going to take a Morphe 321 that I've been using. I'm going to take that same shade and I'm going to add a little bit to this lash line and up slightly into the crease. Then I'm going to take a Morphe 433. I would take anything that you could lightly blend out these edges. The next color I'm taking is going to be All Star from Subculture. I debated going in with one of the like grungier like blues, but I'm not going to. And honestly, for these two colors, you don't have to be using these exact same ones. You can see they're like grungier reddish browns, darker grungy colors. Do whatever you will. For the bottom, I'm taking the e.l.f. 202. It's a more pointed pencil brush than, let's say, the Morphe E18, if you can see, since we're going into the darker color. Pressing that about halfway, since we'll blend it out. And then you can go back in with that Morphe E18. So I will go with the Morphe 321. Take some of that All-Star color and do the exact same thing we did with that first shade. See, I already started doing it because I scared myself. I'm just blending out that outer edge. For bronzer, I'm actually taking the Beauty Benefits bronzer. I got this at the dollar store. This is like one of those surprising finds. It is kind of nice. So in the 90s, I don't feel like bronzer was really a thing. Maybe it was like, actually bronzer was probably definitely a thing, but like contour wasn't. It was just more of everyone wanted to look bronzed. I don't know, or I thought this was just nice. It does have a little bit of a shine in it. This shade is called, this does have a name, but I don't think it's on here. This was definitely one of those things that was called like cinnamon nutmeg. This is my Real Techniques blush brush. Next is blush. I'm always like looking down around to see where I put it when I know I didn't take it out. For blush, I don't want to go with like a crazy like color because I feel like blush wasn't a huge thing. I am going to actually mix these two. Dusty, grungy, I might even focus more there. This is an e.l.f. blush palette. I believe it's light with my Morphe E4. So next I am going to curl my eyelashes, no false lashes. There was none of that in my, at least in my 90s world, there was none of that. And I'm going to put on a light coat of mascara, which is going to be a little hard for me because I'm the person who wants to cake it on. So I'm going to do like a slight cake and not as much normal cake. I'm taking the False Princess, Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara. This is the one that's like the most well known. I might take a little bit, it's like bougie, I can't help it. A little bit of the purple one, which is Sculptable Volume. Kind of sad. I feel like I'm not digging this look as much as I thought I was going to. And I think it's because when I did it last time, I didn't do the eyes. And I really liked how it looked. Because the eyes, we sometimes overload our eyes so much. And I love it. I'm the one who does it. That it's nice when they're like clear. And then I had just like a grungy lip. And I think that's what I'm kind of missing now. Now, when I did do it that way, I was like, oh, this would be beautiful if the eyes were a little bit grungier. So I feel like now I feel as though that I should have done it the other way, which no sweat, that just means I can do that some other time. But we're here, I just feel like I needed to say that. Sometimes things don't go as planned. And like for me, most of the time they don't. Or I am like so victim to thinking that my eyes need more than they do all the time. Oh, just a little bit more, I'll like it. And that's why sometimes I do look at myself, especially when I'm getting ready for work, because that's when I never do my eyes. I'm like, oh, this looks so fresh. I guess that's what it is. Like fresh, clear, bright-eyed. And that's because I don't have the dark smoke. But I should have either just kept it to just the under eyes and kept the top of the eyes clear, or no eyes at all. Another time, it's fine. We're going to finish this look. I am not doing highlight, but I think you can see, or at least I hope it comes across, that I don't know if it is either that bronze out a little bit. The blushes actually really didn't, so that's what's funny, because when I tilt my head, I feel like it looks like it is the blush, but it isn't the blush. Or it is the Becca priming backlight. No, it's not the backlight filter. The pearl shimmering skin perfector thing. I'm nailing this. Whatever that is. But I feel like there's like a subtle glow in my face, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm not putting highlight on. I just wanted it to look like healthy skin. Or lip liner. I'm taking the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in Bear to Comment. I've raved about this before. I am going to overline my lips, which is something that I don't normally do. Mainly because I just bothered. I feel like I can do my bottom lip a little bit because of the way mine like sticks out. I kind of have to down here, but up here, oh, I despise it, but I like it for this look. So I filled in and overdrew my whole lips, which is so weird when I look at it. I don't know. It's there. I love that lip liner. That's like a beautiful color as is. But I'm going to take Truffle by Dose of Colors. This is their matte liquid lip. I'm going to dab this. Well, everyone, that completes this, I don't know what I'm calling it, 90s grunge, like wearable grunge, light day grunge. Went harder than you actually meant to grunge, which is the definition of grunge. We'll figure out a title as soon as we figure out our lives. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, link, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Or as always, please just keep watching, and I will see you in the next one.